thanks for joining me on this winter season adventure called My Way or the Broadway. And believe it or not, the races in this week's trial are all in and around Broadway, the little village on the south side of the map. We'll be driving S1 class rally monsters. My go-to cars would normally be the Hoonigan Ford RS200 or the Hoonigan Ford Escort RS1800, or maybe even the Audi No. 2 Sport Quattro, but I decided to take something else. Don't ask me why, I guess because I liked the way the car I chose looks. I took the 1973 Ford Capri RS3100 Forza edition. And after two very difficult trials, this one at least seems doable. Let's find out. First race up is the Broadway Village Scramble. And I start somewhat in the middle of the human team, which, as you know, actually means near the end. I see two Hoonigan Escorts and one Audi No. 2, so maybe I should have stuck with my go-to cars, but at least let's try to have some fun. The opposition mainly sticks with Ford Fiestas. We start and everybody seems to have a decent launch, but then everybody starts swerving. I was not informed we would be waltzing this evening, and in all of the commotion, well, I brake way too late, but not as late as the Audi, and well, we keep on dancing around, and also the next corner is messy. Everybody's sliding, myself included. I already noticed that it is quite a tricky car to control. There is a lot of power in this little machine. And to be honest, it's not always pointing in the direction that I want it to. 8th place, which means I went up at least one position. I realize I need to brake quite early to get a decent line, and now we're heading for the finish line on the long straight, and it becomes very obvious that I took a speed beast and not a handling car. And this, when I took the tune with the most handling actually, there was even a tune with a lot more speed, but as I said before, I usually go for handling and not speed. And well, the long straight brought me up into 5th place, and I tried to brake early for most corners, but even when braking early it is still a slippery drive, and I have to correct my racing lines when braking more than once. Last corner for the straight, and I think the driver talk gets beamed up by aliens for some probing, and the guy in the Audi went too wide again. Most of the time it are the driver cars that do a flyby on these straights, but now I get to do them, and that's fun. But then again, everybody can drive fast in a straight line, even I. Let's see if I can hold on to the 3rd place I am in now when the corners come. Braking early to get a decent line, and I make most of the corners. Get a little punk for going slow, and I'm trying to keep the car well positioned, which is a whole lot better than on my first lap. I'm starting to have somewhat a feel for this car. And then it's back to the road section, where I always fear the curb, but also this time no disaster, even though I'm on 2 wheels for a very short time. The last corner, 2 corners, and then I can unleash the power of a gazillion elephants. Yes, it feels like this car is not powered by horsepower, but rather elephant power. Brute force driving this is. Yet it is not enough to catch the leaders, so I remain in my 3rd position when we cross the finish line for the final time in this race. The points are a joke. Red team has 600 points because we have one player in last position. All the other members on our team are in front of the drivators. Good job by us, and that gives us our first point. It's a fun little race, albeit a little bit chaotic, especially on the first lap. And here we get our well-deserved point, and we're on to the next race. Hopefully a little bit less of a mess. And the next race up is the Broadway Village Circuit, which happens to be a road race. Strange and, well, actually not really suited for my car, or at least the tune of my car, I think. And on top of that, I really start near the end, this time in second last position. The guy in the number 2 Audi starts in pole position of the human team. And if I'm not mistaken, the first corner of this race is again a 90-degree corner, so I expect a lot of chaos once again. Here we go. And well, this time around it's less of a dancing competition, but it's more of a marsh pit situation. So yes, very chaotic as predicted, but in a very different fashion. Less sliding, more bumping. And then I hit this wall like a real wall riding noob. And then we head for the 90-degree corner, but I brake nice and early and it goes smoothly for me. There's some fighting up in front, and that gives me the ability to pass a driver car. The next corner, well, I do have to correct myself again, which messes up my run on the long straight. But with this much elephants under the hood, I can still pass one driver car and gain a lot on Dr. Eiver. I brake early, as I learned from the previous race. That is the better option with this car. These corners I take slower than I would want to, but the handling of my car does not allow me to go much faster. I'm not used to driving speed beasts. I'm sure somebody else would be able to drive these corners a lot faster, but I'm already happy that I'm staying on track. I actually like this track a lot, but with this car it is quite a handful, and then, well, I go sideways in real Tokyo drift style, and I can actually manage to keep it under control, which was very much a surprise to me. But once again, it ruins my long straight, and my car cannot get its glory moment. I rob it of its opportunity to shine, braking early, but still hitting the wall ever so slightly. A friendly tap, if you will. The farmer will be happy to find the pile of rubble in the morning where there was a nice cobble wall just a minute ago. Two driver cars were engaged in a battle, leaving them vulnerable for my elephant attack. I feel like Hannibal looking down on Rome. Only way to go was on the outside, and with a little wall ride, I conquered both of them. People in front are quite far ahead as I slide my way through the corners again. I suppose I will not be catching them. And also, again, the last corner I mess up slightly, bringing the driver car behind real close. But the beast awakens and brings it home in 5th place. And we have a very familiar looking scoreboard. First 5 places are for us, as well as the last position. 3,050 points against the measly 600 of the opposition. Strike 2 and a certain victory of the championship. The last race is for honor only. Will it be a dirt race or another road race? Well, as it happens to be, it is the Broadway Crossfire, which is neither of the two, as the next race up is a street race. I actually like this mix, but it would have been fun to know this up front, as I might have taken a different tune if I had known. Still, very good. Very, very good. Starting position, not that good. We'll just have to make do. Let's see if we can, well, gain some places. Let's see if we are able to control the car also on this point-to-point race. And once again, I'm hoping for a good launch. And I do get one. And then the first corner is coming up and I'm not sure where to go. I tried to avoid collisions, but, well, receive a little punt for myself, a failed attempt at a pit maneuver from the driver car, and then it's a pile up. Can somebody please clean up on aisle 7? And then it is, well, time to visit the countryside, see if I can catch some rabbits. And, well, in this corner, the Audi thinks we're driving a cross-country event, or he misses the walls that always seem to help him in the corners. I had a better run, of course, but somewhat missed my braking point. And since I was on the inside, I, well, gave him very little space, certainly not enough for him to meet the apex. And, well, I pushed somebody else off the road and blocked a third person. Yeah, I'm a regular road warrior. Mel Gibson has nothing on me. This section we already had in the first race, and I'm again a little bit afraid of the curbs. But I think my car is positioned low enough to not have too many problems with that. And on this corner, Dr. Avek fighting for my place, and I do not want to fight him, so I try to keep on the inside. But the curb throws my car to the outside enough to hit him. Maybe he came too close, I don't know. What is more important that I can yet again keep my car under control. Not only do I have elephants under the hood, I have an angel on top as well. Not sure what they would talk about when left alone. On this more or less straight section going downhill, I can play catch up with the people directly in front of me. And then we have the very fast left-hander. They start battling and I can overtake the driver car. And it seems that the aliens have beamed Dr. Aveg up. Maybe it was Scuddy, but no, actually he took the inside line in that fast corner a bit too narrow and missed the checkpoint. All of this sees me in third position. But these fast corners are not suited for my car with its low handling capability. And the driver car behind me sticks on me like a rodent on a fresh corpse. Oh, no, that's too gross. Like a fly on a pile of horses. No, wait, that's not better. Like a cute bumblebee on a beautiful flower. Yeah, let's stick with that. It's only on the last straight section that I was able to outdrag him, and that secures my third place. However, the scoreboard now looks completely different. First place for Drivatar, then it switches back and forth a lot, but that first place gives them the edge and the lead of 50 points. That's not the way I actually wanted this trial to end. How dare they do this to us? Team Drivatar cheated, I'm certain of it. Of course, if Dr. Aveg would not have missed the checkpoint, things would have looked very different. But we still win the My Way or the Broadway Co-op Championship, and we get a Volkswagen Global Rallycross Beetle. This was FIFA fun for me. And if it was fun for you as well, then hurry, press all the right buttons, and see you next week for another fun trial.